Hey, welcome to the IYP community. My name is Kai Sunrose, and I'm with LoveWarriorProject.com, and I'm a faculty coach with Margaret, and I'm here to speak to you about the heart. And it's probably my favorite subject. That's why my business is called Love Warrior Project, because I birth love warriors. People who are doing their mission, their purpose on life is being fulfilled through their heart. And I like to try to help people to do that at their most purest level by really healing the heart as much as possible. So today, we're going to talk about how do I love thee. I think this is such a beautiful topic, but how I like to think about it is how do I not love the self? And I work with parts of the self. I work with the self in the physical, in the personal, in the ego part of the self, which are the parts of ourself. And the parts of ourself that we don't like a lot do show up almost moment to moment in a lot of people's lives. The part of ourself that's the judge or the critic or the pusher, or just the parts of ourself that are a little mean. So those parts of ourself are always present, and when we heal those and allow them to evolve through the love of the personal self, we can get them to work at a higher level. And then I work with the parts of the infinite part of ourself, and that's just the expansive part that we have the capability to access if we can be guided there. Once we're guided there, we can access it at any point in time, and I love that because I can allow people to do that. And then we have the part of the divine self. And so what I want to talk about today is divine love. I'm very intimate with accessing divine love, and so I'm hoping that my accessibility to divine love and my space that I can be in divine love for you today can help you to work with these parts of the self that aren't being loving to you. Okay? So when they're not being loving to you, they're holding you back. And so much of Margaret's work for me and how I help others is to get you through those places where they're holding you back, those blocks, those barricades. I think of them as doors. There's doors that slam in your face, and they keep you from going where you want to go. When we can open the doors, we can move more freely into where we want to go, into what we want to manifest and what we want to bring into our life, which I think is just the absolute perfection of our evolution into enlightenment, into the life that we were meant to live, the place where we were supposed to expand to, and what we want to manifest into our life. So if the doors are open, the things that we want can come to us. But when those barricades are closed, nothing can get to us. And we know we're stopping at those doors. We know that we're running into those doors. Now, with prosperity and wealth, what we teach in tapping into wealth is when you can't access the door, then you can't get wealth. If there's a barricade, there's a block, you're keeping wealth from coming to you. But there's also the aspect of holding on to it. So when the doors are open and the barricades are let down, then their flow can happen. And through the door, stuff comes and then you go and you give. And I love that infinity symbol because it shows you how life can flow by giving and receiving. And that's been a big teaching for me is that the more I give, the more I receive. And that infinity flow continues to energize that. And that's the flow of love. That's our heart flow. We have to give and we have to receive. So we have to love the parts of ourselves, and then we have to receive from them. The judge and the critic and the pusher can help us. How can they help us, though? We have to love them. That's just part of shadow work, which is great. But if we can't access it through divine love, we're sort of doing it with like half of a door, you know? Like you might run in, but you hit your head because the top door is still closed, okay? So one thing I like to think about is that if we can access divine love, we can help parts of ourself shift. And the parts of ourself that are speaking inside of our minds we can have some compassion for them, and we can understand where they're coming from and how they're trying to help us by just opening up to the love that we have for them. But we have to have love for ourselves too. We have to love who we see in the mirror. We have to love the physical body as well as the emotional body and the mental body. So all these parts can be swelled with love and shift into harmony and balance. Okay? So I'd like to do some tapping, and I'd like to tap on divine love. And you've probably never tapped on something like this. So I just would like you to take a moment, and I think closing your eyes would be a good idea. And when your eyes are closed, I'd like you to take a breath out, a deep breath out. And then take a little breath in, and another deep breath out. Another deep breath in, and another deep breath out. Now as we get softer and quieter, we're ready to access divine love. So I'd like you to have intention, always intention, because then the power that we create can have some place to go. If it's out there, it can shift. Is that through this tapping, we'd like to love ourselves a little more. And maybe love who we see in the mirror, the face that we see in the mirror, the body that we see in the mirror. Just going, what a beautiful form that I get to walk around with on this planet. And then we can think about the aspects of ourselves that sort of move ourselves forward, that judge and critic and pusher, and love them completely and understand how they actually make us excel in life, the good parts of themselves. And that when they love them, they won't have to be beating on us so much. And to have that awareness of what the good they do can open up the door, not completely shift everything in one session, that my judge is like the most evolved judge on the planet, highly enlightened, but it can give you the awareness to work more on it and not have the door closed to even seeing how the judge or the critic is holding you back, but how it's really propelling you forward. And that's an important aspect. So we have to be witness to the fact that we have the judge and the critic going on in our mind and say, I love and honor you. Let's work together and see how you can really help me instead of holding me back. Let's open that door together. That only comes with awareness and the witness aspect of ourself. And the more that you can witness what's going on with your life, the more you can move through things and open more doors in your life. So I'd like you to close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, exhaling first. Inhaling. What that does is settle you down and sets you into the system of your body that's the slower system, the parasympathetic system, instead of the adrenaline running system. We're now going into the slower heart rate, slower blood pressure, slower thoughts, We're shutting off the other parts of our bodily systems to connect to the other parts of ourself, the infinite and the fully enlightened divine part of ourself, divine love. Now I'd like you to tap, I am divine love. I am the spark that moves all of life. I am the spark that created the Big Bang, occurring through the planets and the solar systems, the galaxies and the universes. They all exist because of my divine love. The earth is my child. The two-leggeds and the four-leggeds are my children. The standing nation, the trees, the creepy crawlies, and the winged ones are my children. The rivers and the oceans and the lakes, the rains are my tears, and the mountains and the valleys are my body. All of life flows with my love. All movement swims in my love. My divine love courses through your veins and moves your muscles through the day. My divine love is in every cell, in the space between the cells. My divine love exists in all your thoughts, in all your memories, all parts of the self that have evolved from life circumstances are always bathed in my love. All parts of the self fold back into my love and can heal and evolve through this reconnection to my source, my resonance, and my divine love. All health can be restored through divine love. All harmony and balance can be restored with my divine love. Swim in my divine love. Resonate in my divine love. And heal and evolve through the percussion of the primordial Om, which is divine love. Now close your eyes. And I want you to sit in silence for a few moments. I want you to feel the divine love that's coursing from your heart space through the veins. It's in all spaces of the body, in your eyes, in your face, through your shoulders and arms, in your chest and your breasts, in your belly, in your legs, in your back, in your butt. All of this is coursing through divine love. Your whole body exists because of this love. Your spirit is ignited with divine love. And when our bodies are done being on the planet, the soul just leaves, and it is divine love. So we are always walking with this divinity, with this essence of love, every moment of every day. Feel that coursing through all of you, expanding out to the edges of you and beyond. Now come back into the heart space and feel that divine love that lives there. That's the space where it lives. But it radiates out. It goes to certain places easier than others. Some places are closed. Some doors are locked. I want you to use this divine love now that you have radiating in your heart to go to the body and sense and invigorate it and open the doors. I want you to sense your feet, wiggle your toes, and send that divine love down to the feet, thanking them and honoring them for all that they do. The connection goes through a source of a beam or a tunnel, whatever you want to imagine, and allow those feet to receive that love. Now, because everything's a circle of life, you're going to send the love back from the feet to the heart, to the divine love, and make that a circuit. And now you want to focus on your legs, your beautiful legs that walk you through life, strong and help you sit and stand and move toward your goals every moment of every day. Thank them for everything they do and send love coursing through both of those legs. Now allow those legs to send love back to your divine source in your heart. And that circuit continues and never will stop because you've opened the door. And now focus on your belly. Whatever kind of belly you have, whether it be flat and firm or rolling and holding so much love. It holds all of your organs, all of life's giving energies, the systems that give you life. Thank them and send that love through all of your belly and your organs and your midsection. And then allow that circuit to come back and send it back. And allow there to be this circle of love from your heart to your belly back. Completely loving every part of every organ. And later, if you want, you can go to each organ in the replay and send love to your liver and your pancreas, your stomach and your small intestine, your large intestine, and to your ovaries and uterus, your vagina and your cervix. All parts of the human body can feel this love individually. And now let's focus on our arms. Without them, life would be difficult. We thank them for everything that they do and how beautiful they are in their function and form. We send that love to those arms and allow them to send love back to your divine love source. The circuit continues, will never stop. You may look in the mirror and love those arms in a different way. And we focus on the breasts, honoring them for all that they do, and send love to them and allow them to send love back. And now focus on your back. It keeps you upright. Your spine holds you erect through life, moving you forward. Love completely all that your back does for you in your spine. Sending love through every muscle and every vertebrae, rippling it down and then allowing it to come back to you in that beautiful circuit of divine love. Don't forget the buttocks. The buttocks helps you to sit and stand We love it. Send the love. Honor it. And allow it to send the love back to you. And now let's focus on our neck and our face and our scalp and our brain, our eyes and our nose and our mouth, without which life could not exist. Our emotional and mental bodies all contained here. So we send love to all these parts. Send it through a big wave of love and allow those body parts to send that love back. And now we have circuits running through our body in all ways and in circles, enveloping all parts of ourselves. Life is a circle. And if you think about the circle of life, if we fold it, it becomes the infinity circle, where we're giving and receiving. So open your eyes. And I want you to just thank Divine Love and allow it to be with you always, allow you to be able to access it at all times by just connecting to I Am Divine Love and sitting in silence. Silence is the place where God speaks to you, where your divine opens up and is allowed to speak. So sit in silence and enjoy all parts of you, the physical body, the infinite part of yourself, and the divine part of yourself. So how do I love thee? I love thee completely. I feel that love completely now. I'm circulating with love. Other people will feel that. And listen to the pusher and the judge and the critic and see if their words have changed, because they now know that you love them. They now know that you honor them, you accept them, and with that, they're going to act differently inside of you. They're going to say, let's work together and see how we can really make a difference in a good way, in a healthy way, in a loving way. So I hope that you're shifted into a space of loving thyself in a different way, knowing that there's the capability of evolving and loving. So I'm signing off. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. And I hope that you have a loving, peaceful, beautiful experience, and you can relive this experience time and time again, loving the body more and more. With time, you actually may instantly look in the mirror and completely love who you see. It is a practice. You might need to do it for a few weeks. But try it, because I think everything can shift in your life. Thank you.